Now, forewarned weather with Exact Track 4D.
Well, coming off a cool start to the day, we will be warming things up thanks to sunshine, getting us in seasonal territory, but we're still holding on to lower humidity. So this is the pick day of the week because that humidity starts to creep back in tonight and it will stick around for the later part of the week. And that will also bring some storm chances for your Wednesday, slight chance Thursday. But the good news is we don't anticipate any kind of showers or storms to reach severe limits. You could get a pocket of heavy downfalls or heavy downpours, I should say, or even some gusty winds. But once again, we shouldn't see severe thunderstorms out of that. And that's tomorrow. Today, it's going to be dry with sunshine. You want to make sure that you layer up the sunscreen or lather up every couple hours because the UV index is going to be high today, 85 for the afternoon high. So we're in that territory of exactly where we should be for this point in July. Heading out to Comerica Park this evening. Well, the Tigers will be taking on the Rays again tonight, second game of the series, and beautiful conditions in Detroit. So low 80s for that first pitch, pretty pleasant, and will be comfortably cooler by game's end as we fall into the 70s. And forecasted highs across lower Michigan, pretty much in the 80s for most of us. Will be a little bit warmer towards Grand Rapids and a slightly cooler into the Thumb region, stretching down to Port Huron, just coming off of the water there. But we broke a really warm streak. We had 17 days in a row over at Metro Airport where we hit at least 80 degrees. So the last day that we were not in the 80s, besides yesterday, of course, was June 19th. 75 degrees was the high on that date. And then we've had 80s and 90s since then. We're back in the 80s today. However, I'll tell you what, this forecast ahead, even with the warm up, a far cry from the hottest week that we've ever had, which happened to be this week, but back in 1936. So there were 7 days in a row where highs were in the triple digits. Your forecast for tonight, 68 for the overnight low, so not as cool tonight as that humidity builds back in. So I'm not going to really say open the windows tonight because it will be muggy air that'll be building in. But by tomorrow, you could get a passing shower throughout the first part of the day, but a better chance for those showers and non-severe storms to develop as we head into your evening hours. Very slight chance of something developing Thursday. Better chance, though, by Saturday. That's where we will have a line of showers and storms rolling through the area. And the cool down will be very brief. Let me show you what we're talking about here. So seasonal mid 80s through Thursday. We're cranking up the heat and humidity, getting into the upper 80s, if not close to 90 Friday and Saturday. But then that front pushes through. We only fall to the mid 80s. And then before you know it, we're working our way back into the upper 80s early next week.